Well, this game actually ended up being a very entertaining game. A lot of shots, a lot of opportunities, and yet when you look at the score, you go, yeah, that's basically how an Islanders Flyers game works. Apologies for the voice crack. Do it live. Leave it in there. So Lindblom's almost back. He's almost back. He took part in the pregame skate, so I was kind of thinking, is he going to be back? He's 28 seconds into a video, and I'm already stopping it for a cat fight. And somebody out there somewhere is going to go, why don't you just let him fight? That'd be great. All right. No. So it's Elliott versus Grice, and I thought, with Lindblom out there with his teammates, that might give them a bit of a boost. It didn't in the first period. I mean, it did, but then it didn't. So Konechny to Hayes. Grice made the stop. Hayes had a pretty good game again. Very, very prominent anytime they get a scoring opportunity, it seemed. Turnover by the Isles. Hayes is stopped again. So that was two straight where Hayes looked like he might get one and he didn't. Things get kind of scrummy at 4:22. The Flyers were up 4-0 in the shots. It's a 4-on-4 coming out of that scrum. The Islanders improved during the 4-on-4. As one of those momentum swings, again, we talk about this, the momentum swings take place. And so the Islanders get that momentum. Clutterbuck takes a penalty. The Flyers get the power play. Mayfield then denied a goal. Scott Mayfield might have had one of his best games as an Islander tonight. You can let me know if you're an Isles fan in the comment section below if you think he did. I think he had one of his best games as a member of the Islanders. Elliott stopped a Beauvillier shot. Beauvillier had a pretty good game as well. He didn't get the goals I predicted. It was somebody else that got off the schneid who's also on Beauvillier's line, so I had the right line, just the wrong guy. Great saves by Elliott during the penalty kill. So we go to the second period. Scoreless tie. But the shots really favored the Islanders and felt like they were taken over. And it didn't stop at the start of the second. The shots were 5-0 for the Islanders 2.5 minutes into the second period. Elliott was saving the game. The Flyers not getting any room. Really, really stingy game for the Islanders. Sanheim hits a post. JVR wanted the rebound, didn't get it. And then it goes the other way. Brock Nelson gets a goal from Bailey at 6 minutes and 52 seconds. And it was a Philippe Myers turnover that led to the goal. And you could see after he was dejected, he knew that was his play, and it led to the goal. Farabee then had a chance at the half that was deflected wide. The Flyers push at 11 minutes, but the Islanders are shot blocking really well, and they're just keeping the Flyers to the outside. It's what they do when they have a lead. They are very, very stingy when they have a lead. But Couturier does get the goal from Braun and Haig at 15-19, and that was the reward for hard work. Shift after shift for the Flyers, putting on the pressure and getting the shots. And really in the second half of that period, they had tons of shots, and they get a goal, they get on the board. The Flyers were then pushing for the lead. Claude Giroux, again, not on the board, no points. Has to be going completely mental at the fact that Varlamov and now Grice don't allow him anything. He had his chances tonight. Next goal I thought would likely be the winner. The Islanders needed the break because lots of chances for the Flyers. Voracek denied in the final 10 seconds by Grice. And just some really, really strong play by the Flyers down the stretch. But while they outshot the Islanders by a dramatic margin in that second period, it's a tie game entering the third. So if you're Barry Trotz, you tell the guys, you know what? We're two-thirds of the way through the game. Look at that second period and how you guys played. Go to the third period and don't play like that. Back and forth action, chances for both. And then Jim Houston said, too hot to handle. And this is something, I talked about this during the regular season. I'll talk about it again here. Anytime that I hear too hot to handle, I will always say too hot to handle, too cold to hold. I start singing On Our Own from the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack by Bobby Brown. It's one of those things. It's just, there are certain phrases that somebody says. It's like if somebody says, yo, I'll start singing Ice Ice Baby, and I don't even like the song, but collaborate and listen, and it starts. So too hot to handle, I immediately go right into Bobby Brown's On Our Own, and now so will you. All right, post then for the Islanders, both teams were getting chances, very wide open start to that third period, which I was mildly surprised by, and yet it's a tie game, so both teams are going for the win. Eberle had a chance that went high as the Islanders made a push. Grice denied Giroux. Very entertaining game, though. Grace denies Giroux, and honestly, I'm watching it. I'm like, of course it does. So if 28 has the puck, it's not going in the net. Got it. And then Pajot scores from Mayfield and Taves at 7:19, and it was a fast break play. And if you're an Islanders fan, this is why Lou Lamoriello went out and got Jean-Gabriel Pajot. He can score goals, but it's when he scores goals. It's that Jean-Gabriel Pajot gets those goals in key games at really key times. So again, it's one of those moves where, you know, you're giving up a first round draft pick, but Pajot definitely makes it look worthwhile right now. That contract looks like it's probably a good idea for right now. I don't know where the Islanders end up with the cap when Barzal's up at the end of this run, but everything looks good right now. So right away I thought, okay, so the Islanders have this lead. They can go into their defensive shell. They can go into their dump it out, you know, press with a forechecker, maybe two, and then just make sure there's nothing in the middle. There's no good chances. There's nothing. And that's kind of what happened. Elliott denied Eberle again, as the Islanders weren't necessarily entirely happy with the one-goal lead either, which is good. Brock Nelson gets the second of the game from Bailey and Beauvillier at 11 minutes and 12 seconds, so it's 3-1. Now, this is really a two-goal lead, which can be one of the worst leads in hockey. I believe it's the 3-goal. If you want to think it's the 2-goal, that's good too. That's fine. Both leads are dangerous, and a 3-goal lead becomes a 2-goal lead before it disappears. So yeah, it's fine. So at this stage, you start thinking, okay, so the Flyers need to push back, and they do. Haig had a chance that went wide. Robert Haig, it feels like, is getting all kinds of offensive chances that just seem kind of out of place, but he's in there for Ghost. So, anyways, Giroux was then stopped again, because again, if 28 has the puck, it's not going in the net. That is now a rule. That goal line, 28, they don't pass. So, Elliott then stopped Nelson as Brock Nelson was going for his hat trick, and that would have been amazing if he got it. So Nelson gets the 2 goals. Beauvillier with the assist on that. So Beauvillier, who I said maybe gets 2 goals, instead gets the assist. Goalie pull with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And the Flyers don't allow that empty netter. The Islanders, they weren't really going for that empty net very much either. And there was even a play late where they could have called it icing and they didn't, and I was kind of surprised they didn't. And if you're a Flyers fan, you were likely yelling at the television because they didn't call it icing, when I've been talking about these icings that players are trying really hard to get back before it crosses the goal line, and they, we didn't get there, it's icing. That wasn't going on in that situation in my mind, but alright, so they waved it off, and that takes 20 seconds off the clock, which when you look and see Provorov scored during the 6-on-5 from Hayes and Sanheim at 18:56, that call makes a big difference, because it's 3-2. The Flyers take a timeout. They are unable. A, they didn't win the face-off after that, so the Islanders are able to kill some time. But B, they also didn't get the icing that I think should have been called on the Islanders, and that would have given them an extra 15 or 20 seconds that they don't get, because now they have to bring the puck all the way down the ice. So the Islanders hold on. They win this game 3-2. They're up 3-1 in this series. I feel grateful that over the last year I've acquired so many different Islander jerseys, because for the reviews I have a ton of different Islander jerseys I can wear, and because it looks like they're going to be around for a while longer. So if you've been wondering, about the lighthouse for the previews, I've been using the lighthouse for the previews. The lighthouse is used on this board. It hasn't gone anywhere. And for the Flyers, I've switched back and forth a couple of times. So when a team's not necessarily ahead in a series, I don't worry about changing the logo. But when a team's ahead, there's that part of the population that watches these videos that's a little stitious, and I think of them. So the shots were 14-7 in the first in favor of the Islanders, 17-3 Flyers in the second period, and then 14-12 Islanders in the third. Final shots 38-33 for Philadelphia. Normally the Islanders don't allow 30 shots. They allow 38 here. Grace looked fantastic. Hits were 39-35 for Philadelphia, so they led in the shots and the hits. Power plays, both teams go 0 for 1. Was not a factor. The Flyers, they're not forcing those power plays because they're not getting that pressure that you need in order to force a power play. And it's not working for them. So the Flyers, their lack of punch, their lack of offense, no goals here, 1 goal here, 4 in the win and 2 tonight. That's just, they're not generating enough. Elliott with 30 saves on 33 shots. I thought he played fine. I thought Elliott played just fine. Grice, 36 saves on 38 shots. And so we'll see if the Islanders can end this in Game 5, which will be in a couple of days. And I'm just looking at the schedule. We could see the second round over by September 4th, and we could see conference finals starting as soon as, I'll say, the 5th or the 6th. And, of course, conference finals, you've only got 2 series. You could have the conference finals done by, the 15th, 16th? And then maybe you have the Stanley Cup awarded by the 25th or 26th. I think the Stanley Cup's going to be awarded before the end of September. So this is what the NHL kind of sort of wanted here with these back-to-backs and all this. And now that the series look like they could all be over early, we could be witnessing a Stanley Cup playoffs that it may allow the schedule for next year to start maybe a little bit before December 1st. But we'll see. I don't want to get the whole cart before the horse thing, so I'm trying not to do that. But I also want to look ahead and say, all right, so how's this going to look? Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. I'm sure Islander fans are excited because this is honestly the first time the Islanders have gone this far in a very, very long time. And I'm happy for the Islanders and their fans. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.